What follows is a summary of an exception to the hearsay rule known as the rule about public records. It is found in Federal Rule of Evidence 803 subsection 8. Please recall that hearsay refers to a statement that is not made while testifying at the current trial or hearing, and is offered into evidence to prove the truth of the matter asserted in the statement. A statement is what a person said or wrote, but also includes nonverbal conduct, if the person intended the conduct as an assertion. The general rule is that hearsay statements are not admissible in court. One exception to this rule says that public records are not hearsay. For a document to be a public record under this exception, the record or statement must be from a public office, and it must set out the office's activities. Or the record contains information of a matter observed while under a legal duty to report. But this does not include a matter observed by law enforcement personnel in a criminal case. The exception also applies if the record relates to a civil case or against the government in a criminal case, and it contains factual findings from a legally authorized investigation. An additional requirement is that the opponent of the evidence fails to show that the source of information or other circumstances indicate a lack of trustworthiness. The rationale of Rule 8038 is to allow reliable, non-hearsay evidence. Also, in considering whether admissibility extends to conclusions or opinions contained in a public record, the U.S. Supreme Court held that portions of investigatory reports otherwise admissible under Rule 8038C are not admissible merely because they state a conclusion or opinion. As long as the conclusion is based on a factual investigation and satisfies the rule's trustworthiness requirement, it should be admissible along with other portions of the report. A practice tip is to be aware that public records, and any other document or record, may contain hearsay within the document itself. There is a hearsay within hearsay rule that applies in such circumstances, which will be covered in a later video. The Gerard's law firm helps the families of those severely injured or killed by the reckless conduct of others. Call 214-346-9529 for a free consultation.